In this video, I broke down the correlation between the DXY or the dollar index and how crypto, equities, risk on assets also move based on that. As somebody who trades a lot, I watch a lot of different charts throughout the day, and I'm trying to help you understand what you can look for to find the next move in the market before it happens. And the dollar is one of those leading indicators. As always, I stream Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern time on kick.com/easyeats and share a lot of this information directly to you. We also luckily got to watch non-farm payroll data come in today and make a trade in real time and watch the dollar tank. But let's get into the video. Chicago whales. I'm leaning bearish for the wider market at the moment. This is at 4:30, by the way. ETH looks like it wants its previous lows around 35.20. Sold the previous highs at 168. Bitcoin to 113, 114K probably. Line for the previous week lows 114.8. We hit 114.248. We hit 114. Yeah, you almost tapped below 114. Sol 166. First wick to 175. ETH dipped all the way down to 35.81. So I missed that one. I said Fartcoin was also, I was short Fartcoin. Yeah, 95 cents. Almost to the penny. 94 here. So 95.3. I guess that one was slightly ahead. My bad, champ. The main thing here though is we're getting a nice little push on a couple different things. So I'm closely watching this. If non-farm payroll comes in and beats expectations, if job data comes in high, you are going to see the dollar run and equities fall. The dollar's correlation to the water market. /easy eats live right now. Okay, so real quick, what time is it? 8:10. I want to do a little bit of a lesson here, right? I want to do a little bit of a lesson. One of the easiest ways to track moves, the way I was able to go short yesterday. You see this Bitcoin chart, right? You see this Bitcoin chart right here. A beautiful, beautiful chart. Beautiful, beautiful chart. We are kind of breaking out though, which I'm very happy about. We are kind of breaking out on a short-term time frame. But that's besides the point. Neither here nor there. So, Bitcoin had this nasty move yesterday. Right here. Basically whole way down. Right? Kind of ugly. Kind of bad. Not what you really want to see. From here, though, this move, the thing is, hey, shout out Vito Tudo Purple for the follow. You could have seen this move coming. And you might be like, easy, how? There's no way. You could not possibly have known that that move was going to happen. Yesterday, on the DXY. Yesterday on the DXY, let's go to the 31st, which was yesterday. And the 31st here. So market opens right here. Market opens here. Market opens here. Right there. We get the initial sell-off. Bitcoin initially pumps. Then the dollar skyrockets past here. Right? That was something I was most interested in. When the dollar broke its previous day highs, we saw the dollar surge here, which is 14.15, and we saw Bitcoin here, right? So that was a surprising thing for me. 215, dollar made new highs, Bitcoin was still over its morning range. Now, for me, I was like, okay, I think DXY will continue to trend up because we are not getting rate cuts in September. And because of that, we had a small dip back down, but still making, just like any other chart, we were still making new highs and higher lows, right? 1, 2, 2, there. Higher lows, higher highs, which is exactly what you want to see. But on Bitcoin, one of these was going to be wrong. You got a higher high, but a new low in that same time frame. So now my thought was, okay, if the dollar keeps moving up, we're going to see a breakdown in crypto assets. Absolutely. Because the dollar means risk on assets, cryptos, equities, and more are not going to be as valuable, right? So then what happened? After we got a small retrace, we pumped again, making another new high. And while that was happening, you got a lower high. Oh my God, dude. Wrecked Mando with the 25 gifted. Mando, I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Oh my God. I got to fix the gifted sub thing because it's not working for some reason. Mando with the absolute iconic 25 gifted. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I need to fix the gifted. Man, what a beast. Thank you, Mando. I appreciate you. Look at the chat going crazy. Mando, you absolute legend. By the way, shout out Yeet once again. Shout out the boys over at Yeet. We're doing a giveaway today on the Daily Bone. At the 9 a.m. show, we're doing a 5K giveaway. So if you've used our code BODOGGOS for Yeet, hey, Phonic, appreciate the follow. If you used our code BODOGGOS above, you're eligible if you've used the platform. So big move there. Shout out them. We're giving away 5K to one lucky winner. Appreciate you guys. Mando, you legend. Appreciate you, brother. And by the way, we're going to be doing more giveaways on both this stream and the Daily Bone. Now back to the lesson, because the reason I'm explaining this is because this is wicked important to payroll data today. So when you got that move up here at right here was 515. 445. Right here, where is it? 445. Boom. You got a peak at 445 where we had not yet made a new high on the dollar, but we did previously. So the dollar front ran the Bitcoin price action, which is exactly what it is I wanted to see. So what I did was similarly, I went short Sol, short ETH, because if you look here, let me get to the 31st. Here we go. 31st. You actually had a move from 9:15 a.m. on this. So Sol started selling off much earlier, 9:15 right here, when it broke back above this gap fill. I ultimately ended up shorting it closer to here when we got this rally. And you can see it lines up. This white line lines up on both charts. So right here, you're the first one. You got the new high on the day for the dollar fall off. Then you got a rally on the decline of the dollar. Then the dollar made a new high and we sold off extremely hard, which is exactly where I land. Hey, Burgeronium, appreciate you. Shout out Burbs as well. Same thing with ETH. Right here, you got the new high. ETH fell off a cliff, retested, fell off a cliff. Basically into each of these dollar highs. Now, why am I explaining this? Because look right now at what's happening with the dollar going into payroll data. Right here, on the left, you have the dollar. On the right, you have the dollar. On the left, you have ETH. And if we look at Bitcoin, you have new highs forming. There is a lower high, but we do not have a lower low. So I know a lot of people don't like TA. They don't like that stuff. This makes me lean a tiny bit towards a bearish jobs data. If the dollar moves back up to 100.2, then I think Bitcoin could flush again. So if we get a move down here on a move up here, it's how I trade a lot of these things. I like to watch the dollar because one of them usually front runs the other. In this case, crypto could be front running the dollar because we're seeing price action move up. The only other concern is you had this sell off, higher high, but then we got a lower low. And now what we're seeing is a lower high, whereas the dollar continues to make new highs. So until we break one of these trends, I lean that we go lower. 113.5 does sound reasonable. I wouldn't full port into that, but I do lean that we will be slightly short on some of this. I think jobs data comes in better than expected, and we ultimately have a little bit of a loss here. Personally, that's what I think is going to happen. That's just me. And we should find out in about 12 minutes. I don't know how crazy that'll be. I don't know where or how definitive that'll be. The main thing I want to see though is if jobs data comes in good, then we should push up. If jobs data comes in over expectations, we're gonna push down. If jobs data comes in under expectations and it looks like the job market is deep, we're gonna push up, because that means that you signal cuts a little bit quicker. That's just how it works. We are starting to see this lower high form though, so I'm like closely watching a lot of this. The reason is the dollar is something that as the dollar's value increases, risk on assets become less valuable because people want more dollars. They don't want other equities. Like, they don't want risk on assets. They don't want stocks. They don't want crypto. They want more dollars. Historically, we've been seeing the dollar lower because, one, they print more money. Tariffs also do move the dollar. So yesterday, we got a pretty big move on tariff data. Dude, shout out Mando, by the way. Absolute beast with the 25 gifted. To start the month, dude. Fucking legend. So, you got President Trump pushing for Powell, saying he's too late. A stubborn moron must substantially lower interest rates now. If he continues to refuse, the board should assume control and do what everyone knows has to be done. Crazy. Crazy. So we do have new tariffs that just went live today. Foreign investment into the U.S. is skyrocketing. So this is interesting. If you don't follow the Kobayashi letter, they have great data. They have absolutely amazing data. They give such good stuff on a lot of this. Like, this data is very good. Where to go? Right here. U.S. capital net inflows reached a record of 1.76 trillion over the last 12 months, ending in May. This metric shows how much outside money is entering U.S. financial markets to buy assets. Net capital inflows have doubled over the last several months and surpassed previous peaks from a few years ago. After a bumpy start to the year, foreign investments piling back into U.S. markets. So we're seeing good buys from outside entities, which is good, which is private and official. And the recession was, oh, they did mark a recession in 2021. Interesting. Foreign investment in the U.S. only causes the dollar to increase along with the trade deficit. It does. That's correct. Because other entities are buying into dollars. They view the dollar more favorably. So that's not surprising. So this was the big thing yesterday. Trump imposed these tariffs yesterday. I don't pay the subscription fee. I probably should. I don't, but I feel like I probably should, right? Mando the goat. Mando the goat. So tariffs went live today. South Africa 30%, Swiss 39%, Canada got raised 25 to 35. All of these things lower the value of the dollar. Every single one of these. Every single one. So that's the thing, is these things raise the value of the dollar because more people are now having to pay us money, right? This is the main stuff. Unemployment rate, average hourly earnings, non-farm payrolls, which are working jobs, and all that fun stuff. I need to go to a widget library. Similar gifted subs, link. Boom. No, it means non-fundable. All right, I think I just updated that. Gifted subs. Hope. One sec.
You, sir, just made generational wealth.
I didn't.
You,
Oh, yeah, we
sir,
got it.
just
Boom.
made
Okay.
generational wealth.
Okay, so gifted should be working again. Hopefully.
You,
Sir, just made generational wealth. All right. Sorry, chat. I wanted to make sure that this worked. Okay. I mean, I hope. Sometimes that shit just don't be working. All right. Get ready. Let's go back to dollar versus crypto. Save this. Because I want a clean chart. I want to look at a clean chart for this. Bitcoin. Boom. I mean, you did get some nice candles here on the 1 hour. Let's drop it down to the 5 minute. And then I want to watch the dollar in unison. Boom, to view this DXY. Dollar's making new highs, dude. That's not what you want to see. That's not what you want to see. We got 1 minute here. One minute here. Hey, Rocky, appreciate the gifted sub. I don't know why it didn't play. I don't know why it's not doing it. It's just not messing with me. It's not. I don't know how to fix it. I got to figure out how to fix it because I want the sound effect. I want the fun. We are anxiously waiting. Appreciate you, Rocky. You're a beast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wealth got the sub. Chamo the rat. Got the gifted. Okay, Bitcoin catching a little bit here. Dollar dropping a little bit. Here it comes. Oof. Dollar nuked. Crypto nuked. Interesting. It missed. Wow. Huge miss. Holy, dollar's absolutely nuking. Dollar missed. Wow. Wow. The dollar is falling off a cliff. Unemployment rate estimate 4.2. Non-farm payrolls rise 73K. Estimate was 110K. Hourly wages was 3.9. Average hourly earnings rise 0.3. Wow, the dollar is absolutely giga nuking here. Let's see. This is surprising. That dollar rejection is crazy. That is a crazy, crazy rejection on the dollar. Let's go here, NFP. I thought we would have beat. We didn't. That's very surprising. Wow. I am closely watching because look at this. So we have the retrace, slight retrace. Drop this to the 5 minute. You have a slight retrace here, but the dollar continues to drop very hard. How's the S&P reacting to it? S&P still gapped down, which is not good. It's tough to say. The dollar is falling so hard. Like the dollar is falling so hard right now. A weaker economy would mean that we get a higher chance for a cut in September. I'm longing a little bit of Sol here. I'm long a little bit of Solana here because the dollar has no bottom right now. So did you guys see that, by the way? If you watch this, Sol pulled back while the dollar kept dumping and now just made a new high as well. That's what you wanted to see. That's what you wanted to see. Now the hope is that this is not a fake out. You want the dollar to continue to drop here. If the dollar gets back into this range, then the market theoretically should pump. Theoretically. It's not guaranteed, but theoretically the market should continue to react positively. Jobs were exaggerated. Yeah. So we got a revision as well. Now we're getting new lows on the dollar, which is bullish for the market right now. Job market revised down 125K. Yeah, so if we look, Fed rate cut in December. If you're on, oh yeah, this just flipped. Look at that flip. We just got the flip. 25 bit flip as well. Let's go to Fed Watch. Let's take a look here. We'll change the federal rate cuts. Boom. Current rate targets. So September is it is 41% that we get a cut right now. %. Last month. October is basically saying October's pricing in a cut, starting to price in 2, which is surprising. December could be the same, could be 1. So right now the market is pricing in September. We're still basically flat. We'll see. Yeah, so it is shifting now. We went from 62 down to 51, 59. Dollar's catching a small bid here. Dollar's catching a small bid. I'm going to leave these longs open for a little bit just to watch. 10-year bonds just fell off a cliff. 10-year bond. Wow, bonds just tanked too. So bonds are all similar as well to the dollar. If this pumps, risk-on assets tank. So you can watch bonds and the dollar. We are getting a very nice move now. Let's see. Bitcoin should be bouncing too. Yeah. Okay. So there you have it. Some real-time correlation to the dollar, some real-time trade moves that can happen, some real-time analysis based on federal data that we get, and sharing it with you all directly as it's happening. It's part of what happens on these kick streams that I do Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern time. And if you're new here, let me know what else you want to hear me talk about, things you want to see, curious opportunities, questions, thoughts, charts, tickers, you name it. Leave it below in the comments and let me know what else you want to get insight from me on as someone who trades the markets frequently. If you're new here, hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment like I politely asked, and tune in Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern time on kick.com. As always, keep it easy. We'll catch you next time.